hand. I wanna sing a song and do like this. I am fearfully and wonderfully made. I am fearfully and wonderfully made. I wanna sing a song and do like this. Yeah. Your body, your money. Right, yo guys, how are you? I hope you're doing good. So, today's topic is about body image. Body image. Repeat after me. Body image. Yeah. So from the song that we have sung, we have realized that we are wonderfully and fearfully made. It doesn't matter whether you're short, you're tall, you're plump, you're slender, you're petite, or is it petite? It doesn't matter whether you are bald, Some people are struggling, with hair loss, condition known as alopecia. Yeah. So the aim of this video is to ensure that you have a positive body image about yourself, yeah, and you stop projecting to others. Sometimes maybe you find your plump, and you'll be like, whenever you see someone who is slender, you'll be like, unajua wale watu wakonde, wanakuanga na vierehere, also you find maybe the person who is also slim, whenever they see people maybe with big voluptuous apparatus, the S, the fundamentals, you feel somehow triggered. You're like, siangefaa nguo hata ifiche yo matako, yeah. Angeficha kidogo. Or someone has, a big bust and you feel intimidated. I am addressing you. Yeah, so this video is dedicated to everyone, and it's all about embracing our flaws, our individuality, our uniqueness, and just appreciating who we are, okay? And what God says we are, all right? So it's also dedicated to parents, yeah, who are maybe dealing with teenagers, the twins, yeah, the people who are in 12 years there, and they're still struggling with body image and self-esteem issues. Some were actually bullied, yeah. So unaambiwa wewe ni kanono, wewe ni mkonde kama sindano, wewe ni kanyundo, kafupi, all these things. Yeah, it is funny, but you find when someone is now alone and they start meditating on those words, it really hurts and affects them, okay? Yeah. So it's also dedicated to teachers, yeah. We deal with various issues, and it's good that we get to address them. Yeah, sorry, my son is crying, but the video must continue. Yeah, that is all about the introduction part. So from the book of Psalms 139, the psalmist David says, I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Marvelous are thy works. Other versions say, you made me in complex ways. Wonderful are thy works, and I'll give you glory for that, okay? So that is one thing from Psalms 139, which has 24 verses. By the way, make sure you get to read that chapter. It is very inspiring. So that is one thing that Christ says about us, that we are wonderful and beautifully made. We are handsome, we are cute, yeah. So that is first affirmation, that we are beautifully and wonderfully made. The other one comes from Genesis, which says that we are made after God's likeness and image. So whenever you see your brother, whenever you see yourself, you are in the image of Christ. So how wonderful is that? So you need to appreciate yourself, that you're made in God's image and likeness. Another thing, when it comes to body image, there's the book of Galatians chapter 1 verse 10, yeah, which says that, am I seeking the approval of men or seeking the approval of God? If I was seeking the approval of men, I will not be a bond servant of Christ. So it is good that we get to seek God's affirmation about us. For example, he says we are a royal nation, a holy nation, a royal priesthood, a people called by his name. Yeah, we call ourselves Christian. We are called by God's name. So that is in and of itself should give us confidence about who we are. Okay, and we should not seek human approval. Why? Because you're going to be frustrated by their rejection. Maybe me na Jonah ka chocolate girl, mwingine anaona angekuwa brown kidogo. So all these things that people will say sometimes, they will frustrate you. Like there's someone who told me, heels are not to be worn by people who are thin like you. Imagine this is thin. They're supposed to be worn by people who have matanye, they have big haggers. Ndio eti wakitembea zinaenda I found it offensive, honestly. So what do we do about it? But good thing is I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. I think this was an attitude that was cultivated because I have high self-esteem, so some things really don't bother me as much as they could be offensive. I'm like, you know what, it's not about me, it's about you. Sometimes you're projecting your own issues to me, so it's up to you to really work on yourself. Okay, so that will not be seeing people and you want to judge. You should not do this because, okay, it's good to give criticism, but I think it should be positive. So what inspired this video was the fact that we live in a society whereby we over-glamorize, we idolize and idolize certain body. In the past it used to be like, okay, for example, in East and Central Africa, the ideal woman should have big breasts and a big sitting allowance. In other countries, you must have the model figure, you're tall at the American height and you are slender or petite, you're slim. So most people you tend to find, because they're trying to ape what they see on TV, what they see on social media, what they see everywhere, and you find even their eating habits change. They have a poor relationship with food. Some stuff themselves, anajiweka njaa ndio akonde. Yeah, some get to do what we call binging. Maybe you're thin like me, as they say it, and you want to gain weight, but in the right places. At least for me, that is my aim. So you find maybe you're now overeating, and after overeating again you start having feelings of guilt. Yeah, you see, all these things, all these images are brought by the enemy to push the consumerism, product consumerism agenda. So after I've overeaten, I've gained, I'm feeling guilty, maybe I've overgained. How am I going to lose this weight? Already I'm becoming stressed up. I'll need drugs, I'll need therapy. You see, you're powering a chain, and it continues and it continues. So that is what partially motivated. Another thing is because of the number of deaths that are coming from some of the cosmetic procedures that people are opting for. Maybe you want to do a breast implant because you feel like you are flat. Like literally by the time I was finishing Form 4, I was flat. hata sikuwa navaa hata the boob tops, yeah. So I was even wondering after conceiving, sa mtoto atanyonya nini? Kumbe God is a wonderful God. The food will be there. Nikakula, there was a freshen, and they increased. Now the next problem was now, you know, there is body dysphoria. Hey, how is this thing? Body dysmorphia. It has now disoriented itself. Now they're saggy. Yet, you know, they used to be baggy, firm and hard. Right now you find they are soft. So actually getting to accept that image, maybe there were no stretch marks, now they're there, you're trying to find solution. It's good to look for solutions to be comfortable, but until then, be comfortable in your own skin, in your own color. Another thing about others have done liposuction. Maybe you want the big hips, so you go for such procedures. Others want to lose the love handles, akona tumafuta. Some are actually genetic, I don't know. You have this already body perfect image, but you are going for other procedures in the name of enhancing. What are you enhancing? And in the process, maybe, God forbid, it goes wrong. It's a botched procedure and you die. Yeah, and you leave behind children, you leave behind your siblings, your parents, your spouse, your friends mourning. It's not right. Yeah, in as much as we say that mwili ni wangu, I think at the end of the day we need to seek God's approval, because okay, fine, now after you've got that ideal body image that you wanted, what next? I think that's the question. What next? Like, what are you gaining after it all? Unless you are in the modeling industry, whereby you know you need to have this body perfect image, it's good that you appreciate yourself for who you are. I'm not saying, for example, if you're overweight, that you should not take the necessary steps to gain your preferred body weight, yeah, which is a bit healthy, you know. All I'm saying is that you need to do this for you, and because you acknowledge that your body is the temple of God, and not because you want to be approved by men, to be affirmed by human beings who don't even care. Yeah, so that was it. So I'm literally sweating, but hope you're getting the message. So yeah, know that you're wonderfully made, you're beautiful just the way you are. I love that song. You're beautiful just the way you are. Yeah, you just don't have to do anything to prove to anyone. You see, for example, if it's your eyebrows, you know, you can just brush them out. I know of people who can't literally go out without makeup. They've become slaves, you know. They can't go out with bare nails. For me, I'm used to my natural nails, but there are others, you know, you have to put them on, you have to put the clothes for you to have some confidence. Yeah, others have to put on wigs. We are not saying they're bad. I'm not saying they're bad, by the way. They are good, but you should not be overly dependent on them. You just wear them moderately, maybe just to enhance, but in real sense you really acknowledge who you are. What else did I want to say?